Montana bracing for a huge tax revenue hit due to the coronavirus pandemic. Coming up, the area is most likely to be affected and what that
Fly
means
fishing
for
guides are seeing a
government.
little more certainty now that they know they can resume business just before the peak of the season.
Well, good morning, Southwest Montana. Chet Lehman, Caitlin Corbett, Matt Elwell. 6:30 on this Monday. A little cloudy out the patio window here, Matt, but not too bad.
No, it's not bad. The birds are going crazy. They know it's going to rain later today, I'm pretty sure. Temperatures right now into the mid-30s and low 40s. Looks like the cloud cover is going to be on the increase through the mid part of the morning. We'll get a brief reprieve for the afternoon. A few spotty showers through the mid and late morning. That does include maybe some mountain snow for a few areas, but it won't last long, and our better chance of seeing heavier showers coming in the afternoon. We get a batch of showers that could include an embedded thunderstorm rolling through the area for the afternoon. Our daytime highs into the upper 50s to low 60s. Again, scattered showers and wind for today. We're going to break it all down for you, of course, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. 6:31 now. Here are the latest numbers from the State Health Department on the coronavirus outbreak in the state of Montana.
There are now 448 confirmed cases in the state, 3 new ones in the last reporting period. The latest cases in Glacier, Yellowstone County. Gallatin County has no new cases, sits at 146. Silver Bow County remains at 11. 339 people have recovered. 14 in the state have died from that virus. 11 people are currently in the hospital right now for treatment.
And as the impact of the coronavirus pandemic ripples through the state's economy, the costs are piling up and revenue is drying up. That has state officials looking at the state budget and what's ahead down the road. MTN's Jay Cohn reports.
Short answer, the state budget looks good right now, but look out ahead. Billings State Representative Bill Mercer serves on the Legislative Finance Committee.
I don't think we today have any idea how big a financial hit this is going to be.
While current budget receipts in Helena are actually running a bit ahead of projections, everyone knows that won't be the case for long.
There will be a substantial hit to the corporate tax number, the individual income tax number, and then things like the gas tax and the lodging tax and probably other things that I'm not including. So there is real concern about where we will be as we get into the balance of this year and fiscal year 21.
News that Montana has $1.25 billion to spend out of the Coronavirus Relief Fund promises some relief. But Mercer cautions that there are strict guidelines on how that money can be used.
My biggest concern right now is the sense that there may be a groundswell in the state is saying, hey, that's a lot of money. We can do a lot of things with it that maybe we haven't been able to finance in the past, projects that we're interested in that we'd like to do. The reality is this has got to be a necessary expenditure tied directly to the pandemic. There is just not discretion beyond that.
Billings businessman Scott Brown is a member of Governor Bullock's Coronavirus Task Force, working on how to throw a lifeline to small businesses who have yet to get any federal aid.
There are a lot of businesses that are not only impacted now, but will be impacted into the future. So we're trying to come up with a way to provide funding to keep those small businesses afloat.
Perhaps the biggest question is, how long will the downturn last? When will the public feel comfortable shopping and traveling again?
I think I'm more pessimistic now than I was a couple weeks ago. And now people are talking about maybe next spring, somewhat getting back to normal, maybe even after that.
The task force will deliver its recommendations to the governor by the end of next week. Difficult decisions in a difficult time. In Billings, I'm Jay Cohn reporting for MTN News.
6:34 now on this Monday. Montana's outdoor recreation economy brings in billions of dollars into the state every year. TN's Gabby Crevitt has the story of how fly fishing outfitters have been especially concerned during the COVID-19 pandemic.
According to the Outdoor Industry Association, Montana's outdoor recreation economy generates $7.1 billion annually in consumer spending. So it's no surprise that fly fishing guides in Madison County have kept a careful eye on what's to come during the COVID-19 pandemic.
It may never be what it once was. It's still absolutely a river worth helping.
Todd France knows every bend and curve of the Madison River. He grew up fishing on it and has been guiding clients on it for years. With peak fly fishing season just a few months away, France is concerned about how the pandemic will affect business.
A lot of local businesses in general, let alone the outfitting businesses, that are going to be highly affected.
Guides see clients travel across the country every year to fish Montana's blue ribbon rivers. And while restrictions are beginning to ease, travel regulations for the summer are yet to be determined.
Outfitting companies have got enough of a following and a repeat clientele, which is very important during this time, of faithful repeat customers that are going to come back. If they weather the storm, they're going to make it fine.
Guides in Madison County can resume business starting Monday, but that will mostly be geared towards local clients because of the 14-day quarantine travel rule. France plans to offer discounted guiding services and take the time to reconnect with local clients.
I'm going to call it coronavirus specials. Pretty tacky, but oh well.
Of course, complimentary face masks and Willie's Distillery hand sanitizer will be on board.
I'm confident that we as an outfitting community are going to do what we need to do to make sure that we make the most of the privilege that we're given to be making a living out here on this river.
In Ennis, Gabby Crevitt, MTN News.
6:36 now. Stimulus payments are starting to go out for people on government benefits and older adults. Now that money is being deposited into the same account people get their Social Security and VA benefits in. Paper checks will be mailed later.
We're hearing from seniors all over the country who've worked so hard to follow the sales, to clip coupons at the grocery store. They're now having to stock up on supplies, and it's really hard to make ends meet. We're asking people to get 90-day supplies of prescription drugs so you don't have to go to the drugstore every month. That's hard for people financially.
Now, AARP says it fought to make sure the stimulus bill didn't impact Social Security trust money. It's not just the retired waiting on their money. 1/3 of the workforce is 50 or older. Half of all family caregivers are 50 or older too. AARP wants to see more money for nursing homes in future relief bills.
We really want to make sure that there's an ability for family members to virtually visit with their loved ones, to be able to see them on video, make sure that they're safe, and also to make sure that the staff and the residents of those nursing homes have the PPE that they need.
So AARP has the questions you should be asking if you have a relative in a nursing facility on aarp.com.
Shifting gears now here at 6:38 this week under the Big Sky, we continue our Big Sky Strong series where we check in with business owners, entrepreneurs, and innovators that have previously shared their stories with us. A lot has changed for Dean Folkvord. Here's an update with the Wheat Montana Company founder and his family.
Under the Big Sky is sponsored by the Greater Montana Foundation and Rocky Mountain Vein Clinic.
Hello Montana, I'm Dean Folkvord, one of the founders of Wheat Montana Farms and Bakery. You know, a lot of things have changed since we were featured on MTN's Under the Big Sky in 2017. In fact, we've sold our interest in Wheat Montana Farms and Bakery, and we've now sold our dryland farming operations. You know, it started out with my mom and dad and Hope and I, and as we continued to dream big, we shared our dream with other people, and the dreams just continued to come true. So we had 40 crops or 40 harvests on our farm, and that farm treated our family very well. And when we started Wheat Montana Farms and Bakery, we only dreamed that it could turn out to be the company that it was. So thank you, Montana, for helping our family have a great run. We've always had this saying in our family that if you dream alone, it's only a dream. It served us well when we started our bakery. And it's serving us well again now that our kids are involved in our family businesses. So now we're dreaming again with our daughters, and we've moved on into the hospitality industry. We've learned a lot about people in the hospitality industry by owning the Sacagawea Hotel now for about 10 years. That total transformation of that hotel has really worked out well, and now we're dreaming bigger with another property in Bozeman, Montana.
So, as a family, we are dreaming together and working hard every day together to bring the best of Montana to travelers around the state.
And at the Farmer's Daughters Cafe in Bozeman, we're bringing authentic progressive food to our customers.
You know, we've been through some tough times with our farm and our businesses. We've had droughts, we've had financial stress, and now all of Montana is facing adversity. But one of the greatest things about Montana is its people. We know each other, we love each other, we care about each other, and we know that in the future, Montana will be even a better place.
So from our family to your family, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you soon.
Nice.
I always love to see the stories like that during this time of local families doing what they can, local businesses, you know, persevering through this. It's tough, but it's great to see those stories.
Absolutely true.
All right, well, we're going to take a break now on Montana This Morning. When we return, is your pet loving having you around the home more during the pandemic? Well, coming up, what you need to do to prepare your furry friend for the rebound in your return to work. That's coming up, and here's what's ahead on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, hear from a former Surgeon General who says the country is not quite ready to reopen. Plus, our Dr. Tara Narula joins us to look at questions about whether you can get COVID-19 twice. Also, privacy concerns with police using drones to enforce social distancing. And we'll continue to look at the new normal, the financial impact on businesses and workers as many companies are forced to adapt during the pandemic. We'll see you at 7.